the Anata pod. I'm your host, Gabe. This podcast is going to be a little bit different. I'm soloing it today, so David will hopefully join us next time. But have some pretty cool notes, some stories, and then the rest of the theme today is going to be pretty exciting. So let's get right into it. So first up, I just wanted to talk about, and our first story is going to be TikTok. So at the TikTok World 2026, TikTok expanded its GMV Max advertising platform with a new profit optimization mode. So in this report, TikTok mentioned GMV Max campaigns have generated roughly a 20% increase in GMV during testing, with an ROI ranging from 3x to 5x. And so the big takeaway here is, again, TikTok, and this is something that we've been mentioning in our other podcasts, is that we're moving further toward the AI-driven like campaign management and a bigger focus on profitability rather than pure sales volume. Next story is going to be Meta. So according to recent reporting, Meta is developing a AI shopping agent that would allow users to purchase products directly from Instagram content. The concept is pretty simple. It's a user discovers a product on a reel or post, and then the AI agent handles the checkout process without requiring the customer to manually navigate through a traditional shopping journey. So pretty cool. We kind of expect this to be launched as early as late 2026. But this is sort of to kind of respond to the rapid growth of TikTok Shop. So be on the lookout for that. The story 3 comes in. It's about Amazon. There's a couple of things I want to mention here. One of them happens to be already in play, and so this is kind of late to the game. But the other one just got announced, I want to say Sunday or Saturday, but it's Amazon Prime Day. So Amazon Prime Day, we can expect to be June 23rd through the 26th. So for our Amazon sellers out there, be ready for that. And for our shoppers, be ready. There's going to be some awesome deals coming in. But I wanted to mention Rufus and Alexa. So Amazon replaced Rufus with Alexa on May 13th, so last month. But it's pretty cool because this new experience places Amazon's AI shopping assistant directly inside the primary search experience for all US customers. And then Amazon's CEO, what I've been reading is that this new shopping experience has reached approximately 300 million users and has contributed an estimated $12 billion in annualized incremental sales. So pretty cool. We're super excited about the just new AI generation that has played out. So keep looking at that, and we'll definitely be talking about it more in our theme this episode. But it's gonna look pretty different for our sellers. But let's talk about that a little bit more. Okay, so again, along the lines of our 3 stories, let's just talk about how it's going to be a fundamental change to how customers discover products. For years, it's been pretty basic. Amazon has been the search engine. Customers typed in keywords, Amazon return results, brands fought for rankings, reviews, and ad placements. But today, there's another layer. It's customers asking questions. AI provides answers. So that means listings need to evolve. And so the first question that Anata has been asked is, what does Amazon's AI need? And what do they need from us? And so the answer is clarity, not keyword stuffing, not marketing fluff, not clever slogans. It's clarity. And Amazon needs to understand exactly what your product is, who it's for, and what problem it solves, and why a customer should buy it. because the AI cannot recommend what it doesn't understand. The next question I was asked here at Anata is this just SEO? I think we kind of did mention this in another podcast, but um, it's isn't I feel like the question should be, isn't this just SEO with a different name? I don't think so. Traditional Amazon SEO is largely focused on helping Amazon understand which keywords you wanted to rank for. And this is helping Amazon understand the product itself. You can rank for a keyword, right? But if Amazon's AI doesn't understand what your product answers, again, AI doesn't understand why your product answers the customer's question, you may never become like the recommendation. And that's why this is like a major shift. The next question on our agenda today is where should brands start? If you're curious on where to begin, this answer is going to be pretty simple, and it's going to start with your bullet points. Most Amazon bullets today are written like marketing slogans. Premium quality, right? Experience the difference, design for excellence. Those statements sound nice, but they actually don't tell Amazon anything. Instead, what you should do is you should lead with cases, um, benefits, and attributes. Like, for example, if I were selling a water bottle, in my bullet points, I would say keeps beverages cold up to 24 hours using triple wall vacuum insulation. Now the customer understands it, and now the AI understands it, and that's how you would work that. All right, what about A+ content is our next question. Does A+ content matter now? I think it does, but not because of fancy graphics, right? Historically, A+ content was treated like a brochure. But going forward, I think it should be treated like an educational resource. Use cases, comparisons, specifications, frequently asked questions, product explanations. If a customer asked Alexa a question, would your A+ content help answer it? I think that's how we should evaluate the new A+ content method. All right. The next thing that I want to talk about is just the most overlooked opportunity. I think the biggest opportunity we can see right now is attributes. Every week we go through, audit our brands listing images, and we kind of compare it and look at the competition. And so, and what we kind of always find in the listings is just missing information. So materials, dimensions, compatibility, intended use, age ranges, important product details. If you spend time fixing that, that should help a ton. And those same brands that are trying to increase ad spend and fix performance through advertising, Amazon can only recommend what it understands. And so attributes can help Amazon understand your product even more. So look through that. Do reviews matter more? The answer is yes. I think reviews matter more than ever, not just ratings, but reviews, especially recent reviews. I think Amazon is looking for confidence signals. Recent reviews tell Amazon people are still buying the product, that they're still using it, and that they're still enjoying it. And that becomes a pretty powerful recommendation signal. Another question that we've been getting asked is, should we stop running ads? I think another question I know some people are asking is, does this mean advertising matters less? No. Advertising still matters, sponsored products still matter, sponsored brands still matter, and ranking still matters. But ads amplify a good listing. They don't fix a bad one. The strongest brands are going to have great listings and great advertising. and not one or the other. Um, Another question is, what should I do tomorrow? Yeah, I think if I had a catalog with 100 products or even 500 products, here's exactly what I would do tomorrow. I'd pull my top 25 revenue driving SKUs, and then I'd ask myself these 5 questions. Do my bullet points clearly explain my products? Are all attributes completed? Does my A plus content educate? Do I have recent review velocity? And if what I'm selling is consumable, like, am I fully utilizing subscribe and save? That's where I would start, because those products are probably driving the most of the business anyways. Well, those are all my questions that I wanted to discuss today. So in closing, as you watch this and as we all together look at these 3 stories this week, I see the same trend that TikTok is handing more decisions to AI, that Meta is handing more decisions to AI, and Amazon is handing more decisions to AI. So these machines are becoming pretty much the middleman. And that means for us, like, our jobs are changing. And that's like less time pulling levers. That's more time providing better inputs, better listings, better creative, better product information, better economics. And I believe that you'll see the brands that win over the next few years won't necessarily be the brands spending the most. They'll be the brands that are easiest for machines to understand. And on Amazon, that starts with becoming the answer before trying to buy the click. But that's pretty much for it today, guys. Like, thanks for listening in. Please like, comment, share. There'll be YouTube shorts about the highlights of this video, so please go watch those. And of course, we will catch you on the next one.